Hello everyone, welcome to this special session. Do you know there is a lot of similarities between bank PO exam and cricket's second innings. Second innings where you chase a score that is set by the opponent and try to win. How come? Let me show you. See, in cricket, in the second innings, you have a run score to chase and you have limited number of balls. So in those limited number of balls, you'll have to ensure that you hit maximum number of balls in such a way so that you do not get out and end up chasing that score so that you can win. Alright? In bank PO exam also, you have limited number of questions. For example, in English section, 30 questions in prelims and limited time to 20 minutes. In that limited time, you will have to hit maximum number of balls, which in this case is you will have to attempt a maximum number of questions without getting out. That means without getting them wrong, so that your chances of getting a very good score in English is very high. The same thing is happening, right? And in cricket, if you are given the option, you would always want to have a good start, because you know in a chase, if you have a good start, your chances of winning is higher, right? Now, similarly, in bank PO exam also, you would need a good start to that particular section. So, if you can score in very less time, a lot of scores in the first 5 minutes, that would be a boon for you, just like the starting overs of cricket, right? Today, our target is just to do that. So, today, by the end of the class, you will get the secret how to have a good start to English language section of bank PO exams. And how are we going to do that? We are going to do that by showing you how to do 5 questions accurately with 100% accuracy in just 2 minutes. Imagine the first 2 minutes and you are done with 5 questions. The confidence that you would have after that would be amazing. That's why a good start helps you win matches as well as help you win in the exam too. How are we going to do that? We are going to do that by giving you the secret of how to increase speed and accuracy in fill in the blanks questions, so that in the first 2 minutes only you are able to do 5 questions correctly. And for that, we will take the help of memory based paper of SBI PO 2021. We will take 5 questions from there, and in the process of explaining them, I would show you the organized process thinking in which you can do any fill in the blanks question within 20 seconds. One question, 20 seconds, 25 seconds, right? And in that process, you will also see the concepts of fill in the blanks question solving. There are the tones of the sentence and blanks. Then there is grammar application. Then there is context of the sentence. All of these concepts would come together to help you solve the questions in 20-25 seconds. How do all of them come together to help you solve these questions in 20-25 seconds? You will see that, right? Now, essentially, you will see the concepts that I teach you in the class in action today in the 5 questions, right? The methodology would be simple. I will give you the questions. You would take time and solve the questions, and then I will explain the 5 questions to you in my style. So let's start. Take 2 minutes and solve these 5 questions. Done? Chalo, let's move on and look at the answers and their explanations of each one of these questions. So, the first one, blank the broker had warned him that the stock was a blank investment. He insisted on buying 1,000 shares. So, what is clear from this sentence? See, whenever you have a fill in the blanks question, double filler, single filler, read the sentence so that you have an idea of the context and you have an idea about what way, whether it is going in a positive direction, negative direction, the tone of the sentence. Okay. So, here I am seeing that first part tone is warned him. So, whatever this thing is, it's something of a dangerous thing, because then only you warn people. So, the broker had warned this person because this stock was not good, right? Now, still this person is buying this. The action of this person is showing that still he is buying this. So, what is happening? A contradictory thing is happening. The broker had warned him, but still the person is buying it. So here we should have a word which would be introducing contradiction in the sentence. So because, since, because, as, all of these are irrelevant because these are causal in nature. If the person did not insist to buy the share, then you could have because, since or as. But not at this point where the broker has already warned him, but still he is buying it. So therefore, only although fits in here, but still I will put the second one also there. The broker had warned him that the stock was a precarious investment. Now, in this case, precarious means risky. In this case, precarious means risky. So, although broker had warned that this stock is a risky investment, he still insisted on buying 1,000 shares. So, it makes perfect sense. Only E can fit in here. Now, see, the way I explained this to you, I took time so that I could explain the whole process in which your mind should work in solving this question. But when your mind works in this way, would you take so much time? Not at all. You would hardly take 20 to 25 seconds to arrive at the answer. And that's how you do fill in the blanks question. Read the sentence, identify the tone of the sentence, the tone of the blank, what purpose the blank could suit in the overall context of the sentence, and then answer it, right? I show this to you with the other questions also. Now, in public perception, CBI is seen as an blank of political policy of the government and not much faith is blank on its investigation. Now, see, what would be here is a secondary issue now, because when I read the whole sentence, in single filler and double filler, you can read the whole sentence at one go, because it's not closed test, na, that you have a paragraph. So, you should read the whole sentence in one go and identify, the contextual significance of the sentence as well as the blanks. So, here if I look at this second blank, what happens here is that we are talking about a word which would mean that not much faith is kept on the investigations of CBI, right? So, people do not believe in the investigation of CBI. That is the kind of meaning that this blank is trying to make. That's why I said that you should read the whole sentence, because maybe in some cases the first blank would not give you clarity, but the second blank would give you more clarity, and that's what happened in here. So, if I say assumed put, assumed does not make any sense. Put on its investigation is not a very good word to put in here, but still I will keep it. Claim does not make any contextual significance, because you claim something. Not much faith is claimed on its investigation, doesn't make sense. Placed makes sense, perfect sense. Placed is the right word for this situation. Between placed and put, definitely placed would take an advantage. Imposed again does not make any contextual significance. So, the only word that makes sense is placed. Now, let's look at the other one. In public perception, CBI is seen as an instrument of political policy of the government, and not much faith is placed on its investigation. Makes perfect sense, because instrument means that government is using it as a tool for political policy rather than whatever it was supposed to do. And therefore, people do not place much faith on its investigation. So, see how rightly it fits. This is called OEM, option elimination method. So, you read the sentence, you identify the context of the sentence, you identify the purpose that the blanks would serve in the sentence, and from the option, you then eliminate the option. The options that does not fit the right purpose for that particular blank are eliminated, and what you are left with is your answer. That's how you save time, na? Right? Chalo. Next question. The scientists blank the cataclysmic event using an instrument so blank it could detect a change in the distance between the solar system and the nearest star 4 light years away to the thickness of human hair. So, what I could understand from this sentence is that whatever the instrument is, it is very precise, right? Okay. So, therefore, we will obviously go to those words, and here we see accurate, sensitive. Careful cannot go for an instrument. Accurate, sensitive. So, accurate and sensitive both can go, though sensitive would make more sense, but I will keep it. Then I come to scientists blank the cataclysmic event. So cataclysmic event is an event of great importance, right? So this event out here is scientists noticed the cataclysmic event, measured the cataclysmic event, worked the cataclysmic event, or detected the cataclysmic event. First, eliminate, because elimination is an easier job. Choosing is a more difficult job. So worked is eliminated because that doesn't make sense. Worked the cataclysmic event. Did the scientists make the cataclysmic event? No. So how can you work it? Acha. Measure, does it make sense? Not so, because you measure something. If it had been measured the duration of the cataclysmic event or measured the intensity of the cataclysmic event, then measured could have come. But here you are just identifying it. So measured would also not come. So you are left with, essentially you are left with only A and E. So notice the cataclysmic event using an instrument so accurate, detecting the cataclysmic event using an instrument so sensitive. So between accurate and sensitive, what should come in here? Now here you might have got confused, because in your mind you could have same meaning associated with it. So there were two ways to kill that confusion. First was that you could see that here it could detect a change in the distance between the solar system. So when you say it could detect a change, so most probably here they detected a cataclysmic event. That was one. The other way of looking at it is the difference between accurate and sensitive. An instrument's readings are accurate, but the instrument itself is sensitive, na? Right? So between accurate and sensitive, sensitive makes more sense, and therefore your answer should be E. Right? See how in a process oriented manner I am arriving to the answer. Imagine if your brain functions in this process oriented manner, then the great thing that would happen to you is that not only you will be answering these questions fast, you will be answering them correctly too. Okay? Chalo. The next question, question number 4. The educational blank of our people is far below what is necessary for the effective individual living or for the blank of the society. So, from the reading of the sentence, we know when I am saying far below, the overall sentence's idea would be a negative tone sentence. So, whatever the educational achievements or so are not up to the mark. That's what they are saying, right? So, in both of these, there would be positive sounding statement because the negative part is already addressed in this far below. So, whatever would be here would be positive in nature, because then we would say that educational qualification or whatever is not up to the mark and it's not good for the society. Okay? So, that we can say. So, let's look at the options again. OEM method. You have educational procurement. Can educational procurement be any word also? Procurement is to buy. So, how can you have educational procurement? Eliminated. Educational advancement can come for individual living or for the upkeep of the society, both positive words. And in totality, this sentence would mean what? That educational advancement of our people is far below than what is necessary for the good of or upkeep of the society. So, B is a strong contender. Now, educational attainment and maintenance of society. Now, you do not have attainment in education. You have attainment of moksha. You have attainment of a target. But educational attainment doesn't make a lot of sense, right? Now, D, educational workplace and advancement of society. Workplace does not fit contextually. Accomplishment and regeneration of the society. This one is much better. B is much better than D, because educational accomplishment of our people can come, but for the regeneration of the society, what is necessary for effective individual living, regeneration of the society is a very big thing, right? You are changing the society. You are making a revolution creating a revolution in the society. So for that, this sentence seemed to be a tad bit normal sentence, right? So there would be more hyperbolic references in a sentence which would be referring to such big things, right? So in question number 4, now we are clear that the option number B would be your answer. Now, question number 5. Santosh looked very happy and blank. So, obviously at this point only I can say that whatever is a parallel or related word to happy would come in this part, parallelism, concept of grammar. When he heard that his proposed scheme was blank by the committee, right? So, very happy and this. So, what do you say in here?
So very happy and energetic, elated, satisfied, both all three are positive words. Disconsolate means sad, it will be eliminated. Overwhelming. Now first of all, overwhelming does not fit as a grammar. You should have had overwhelmed. Now you see how grammar can also help you reduce your time in solving these questions. This is how. So all of these things are related. So that is why when we study, when I teach my students concepts, it's not related to only fill in the blanks or parajumbles or grammar. All of these concepts, interconnections are also to be learnt and understood, and that's why when they apply those things, they are able to do questions in a much faster and more accurate way. So this is the way you should also try and learn. Now D and E are eliminated. Energetic, elated, satisfied. These are the three words that are there that can come. Now, when he heard that his proposed scheme was rejected, stalled, accepted. Now, will you be happy if your proposal is rejected? No. If it is stalled, stalled means stopped. It would not be, na? So, contextually, A and C does not fit. Only B fits. So, only B would be your answer. Clear cut. Right? So see, that's why I said that you could have done each one of these questions within 20-25 seconds. Because when you use this processed way of thinking, you take less time and you are more accurate.
So this is the way to get off to a blasting start. Just like in cricket, if you have a good start, your chances of winning that match gets higher and higher. Just like that, you're having those 5 questions correct in the first 2 minutes would give you an edge over your competitors. If you can control your emotions in the next 18 minutes and do the rest of the 25 questions, you would be very comfortably getting that 25 plus score out of 30 in prelims, as many of the students who sincerely follow me get every year. But yes, you'll have to sincerely follow the instructions that I give you. For fill in the blank specifically, the way I solved it, you'll have to learn those concepts and apply it in questions again and again and again, practice and make sure that you are comfortable with that technique, right? If you do that, no one can stop you in beating your competitors, right? So that will be all for today. Hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you very much and all the best.